Welcome back to Hers and Hers podcast. I'm Tay.
And I am Nik.
And we up in this bitch with our
Bars.
friend Quintin.
Bruh, in case y'all don't already know, we in here with Space Tigre or whatever.
Good?
Quintin.
What's
okay,
up?
period. How you feeling today?
I'm alive. You know? I can't complain.
We
How are
always
you
like
guys?
to check in, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'm feeling good.
That's good.
I'm about to speak for both of us.
Yeah.
We're attached at the hip.
You know,
We need help.
normally...
Yo, like you said, we're fine.
Normally I begin my days with a slight amount of existential dread. I did that today as well, but around midday when the sun came back out and the sun touched my skin, I actually felt way better. So
You know, it's really like a thing. Like when the sun's not out, niggas really be depressed. Can I say nigga? Can I please? I don't know if I can.
Yes, you can say nigga.
Okay, cool.
Fuck these
Yeah.
niggas.
Hey, okay. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like when the sun's not out, I definitely don't have the same attitude as when the sun's out. So yeah.
I really feel like black people are of the sun.
Yeah.
I like to believe that in my heart. That's why our hair is so solar.
Yeah.
That's
just
why
like
our
New
skin
York
is
said.
so solar.
Was that on Hidden Colors Volume 3 or 2?
Nah, it was on
I have
ATL.
no clue.
That's why boy said, I call you son because you shine like one.
Ooh.
Oh, not because
You
you
know me?
mine. You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy though, guys? Well, I was on Twitter the other day, and this girl was like, "Oh, just so y'all know, if you're black or a person of color, you guys need to, be taking vitamin D when the seasons change or something like
Yeah.
Yeah,
that."
we had deficiencies.
Because it makes you really depressed.
Yeah.
I've
about to
actually
make a joke.
started making a practice of oh girl, not vitamin D, the Beyonce kind.
Please continue what you were. Because
I've actually
So this has been a
started-
great episode, you guys. Thank you for having me. I'll see you guys next week.
D deficient for sure.
I was about to say that I've actually been taking vitamins now because my grandma actually reached out to me and was like, "Hey, how have you been feeling?" And I told her that I was feeling really down and I just don't know what's wrong with me. And she was like, "You need to be taking vitamins. You need to just be taking." She was like, "Even if you take prenatal vitamins, they're just women's health vitamins. Just take vitamins." And I started taking vitamins. I have a much lighter attitude. Whenever I go downstairs, I'm like, instead of choosing to eat hash browns, I get a smoothie, or I'm like, maybe I should do yoga. I actually have.
So now
energy
this
today.
explains why every time I see you, you offer me a vitamin C.
Yes, I do offer you vitamins. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Tay actually has an addiction to vitamins because we were in the car and I gave her some gummy vitamins and she popped the cap as if it were to be a 12-pack of Starburst. So she has a problem.
And then I was
Coming
like,
back.
after my
She was
eighth
holding them like
vitamin,
it was an hour later.
literally after my eighth vitamin, I was like, I'm gonna overdose on vitamins.
Wild.
Gelatin, yeah.
Wild.
You can't.
You
relax.
overdose on B12? Yo, that's different.
But it has me feeling too good, y'all. I'm feeling, obviously.
See, a nigga like me want
I'm
to be
feeling
negative.
too good off the
Yo,
vitamins.
I thrive off
A
negativity.
nigga like me thrive off negativity.
You feel me?
So I'm not taking no vitamins.
You feel me?
Period.
Okay, well, let's just get right into it. For those of you who don't know Quintin, let's give a little bit of an introduction for you.
Wait, he has
Tell
to
us-
introduce his drink first.
Wait, no, the drink is after. We'll do the
Oh,
drink
okay,
after.
okay.
Yeah,
Introduce
yeah.
yourself and then your alcohol.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Quintin. I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus, Scorpio. I
We knew
don't
it.
remember
You
my third
know
part.
your placement.
I have a fiance, a black fiance.
Obviously, he's a grown
Yes.
up.
Okay.
I'm
He's
an
a grown
adult.
man.
I am a retired martial artist.
Really?
Yeah, actually, I'm
You'll
a
beat
black
a
belt.
nigga's ass like all
I don't know if I'll beat a nigga.
Wait,
ass
so
like
you
I'm
do
enjoying.
thrive off negativity?
I do thrive off negativity.
Oh my god.
I am a former a lot of shit. I used to skateboard.
Period.
I used to play saxophone. I used to fucking be a creative director. I used to work here, and I used to have a podcast. And now I'm me.
Look at us.
Now I'm here
Bro.
with you guys.
So what are you working on currently? What are some things that people may not know about you that are happening right now?
Currently, I have Atlanta Kickball Club going on right now. I'm on every other Sunday. Pull up.
Very
but
fun,
that's
guys.
also hella fun. Both of them have been here.
Period.
So
I have
super
a blast
fun.
each week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely an organizer.
If
for
the
sure.
weather's well, we'll do it again next week.
Hopefully,
it's just
yeah.
the weather
I
be
really
fucking us
hope
up. But other than that, I'm actually me and one of my best friends were spearheading this company called Wonderland. It's a creative consulting agency. So essentially, the kickball thing is kind of like a subsidy off of it, of like what we're kind of able to do for stuff. But it's gonna have like everything from I don't want to talk.
You don't have to give us too much.
You don't have to give us
it's gonna be really, really cool.
Just know he's working.
There's a lot of shit coming.
You guys, oh my god, I wish you guys could like feel Quintin's aura. Oh my god, he's like literally amazing.
Hey.
I think I had made one joke with him on Twitter, and then we had immediately hit it off.
Yes.
Like in person.
No, you know what I think it was? I think it was like I met you at social. And then, like, maybe that same week, I met you on Twitter.
Yes.
And that's what happened, bro. It was like, oh, she's cool in real life. And with the internet. Now I have a new internet friend.
This man is literally a ball of delight. Okay? He is oozing
such a pleasant
delight.
individual.
It is the equivalent of sitting next to a freshly glazed honey bun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Wow.
Literally.
Big Texas? Big Texas?
A big Texas?
Hey, let's go.
He's a big Texas.
Let's go.
For sure. For sure. Every time somebody says "let's go," I think of that the baby.
Let's
But
go.
not his actual song, the part on the Lil Nas X trailer.
No, look, there's somebody had made this wild anime of like Attack on Titan style, like people turning into the babies.
Oh my
Like
God.
it was
I'm
like
sorry.
a bunch of the babies pulled up in a
No.
car that was shaped like the baby.
That is so scary because he really has that face.
It's like
He
nightmare.
has like that Attack on Titan
yes.
smile.
I thought you meant like the face of like a Camry, like a Honda
Yes,
Civic.
no,
almost.
both at the same
He
time.
does have a face
at the
of
same
a
time.
Honda
He
Civic.
does have the face of a Lincoln.
Yo, it was no. I would have said
Lincoln Town Cruiser.
I would have said a PT Cruiser. I would have said a PT Cruiser or a Roadster. Like, come on, bruh.
I'm crying now. I'm not be
But
Googling
it's like
car
an anime.
numbers.
They all like. It's like a 15-second thing, but like these people get abducted and turned into the babies.
This.
I got you.
I don't want to
to.
laugh, but everything
It's
involving
terrifying.
the baby is hilarious. So I
The
don't.
hilarious.
He's a
Yes.
fucking clown.
The comedy.
Yes. He's a literal clown.
Okay, so now that we got a teaspoon about yourself and like a little bio on you, let us know what you're sipping on today.
Hey, I like that segue.
Right?
I like that segue.
That's a nice segue.
We are sipping on some whiskey and Coke with
He's
a
gonna
connoisseur.
guess what is
I want him
in
to
this.
guess.
I
'cause
think- okay.
Y'all know we make drinks for our guests every week. This is like a part of our show. And he told us that he's a classic man, so we obviously had to make a whiskey
I'm a
and Coke.
classic
But
man.
Nick added a splash of something else, and he needs to guess what it is.
or lime.
Lime?
You
Is
said
it
what?
lime?
Lime?
I thought you said wine.
No.
It is a lime.
Come on now. Come on.
What? Look at these taste buds
Jeez,
going
oh,
crazy.
come on.
Wow.
28-year-old sommelier. Don't ask me how, bro. Come on.
Oh, sommelier.
Sommelier.
Don't ask me how.
Not a sommelier.
Come on now.
No.
Come on now. A little culture.
Island ting.
Has everyone we interviewed been from the islands?
I slick feel like it.
I'm
like
not.
Okay,
I'm
me
not.
either. I'm just
I'm
a
not.
black
no, he
person.
island
Yes.
adjacent.
I am island adjacent,
Yeah.
technically.
Caribbean.
Right. No, every time I hear that, I think about the white people in New York dancing because New York is an island.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Manhattan.
hold on. Can I just talk about how I went to New York this past week? And while I was there, so we went to this star-studded event. I won't say who these black celebrity men are, but
Cap.
they love dancing to Caribbean and Afro beats music with white women.
We
Going
apologize to
hard,
any of our white
sweating,
female listeners.
Dreads shaking. That gives it away a little bit. But these niggas love. These celebrity men love white women. They didn't,
Dreadlock
they didn't
swaying
even
in the
breathe
wind.
near black women that night.
Touching-
They were all into the
Touching
the
the
white
skin.
woman wine.
That's sad.
Here I am,
The
like-
white woman wine.
It's so funny because I immediately thought of like a Zane book description, like dreadlock gently caresses beige skin. They lock eyes, and her pink lips touch his jigaboo lips.
All right. All right. Yeah, if Zane wrote books during the antebellum South, like,
Right, like what?
oh my god.
Has a Zane book ever sounded like
Oh my god.
No, that y'all
I
have
got a
y'all
little
ever?
racist.
Have you, but that's how she describes like sex in that book.
I've literally never read one.
Okay, you guys, this is showing you too much about myself, but I've,
cool.
Okay.
I've read a lot of those erotica books, mostly
That's
because
okay. No judgment.
my mother has a very vivid imagination and a very stock library.
If it makes you feel better, I used to read a lot of fan fiction on Tumblr. So,
Tumblr fanfiction is so hot,
yeah.
but I'll leave it alone.
It was turned. Those were
leave it alone.
those were different days, yo. But yes.
Well, we're not judging each other for our kinks here.
Yes, we do not kink
No,
shame.
we do kink shame. Some of them kinks need to be shamed.
Need to be shamed.
Some of them kinks need jail. Slave play.
I'm not above shaming your kinks.
Yeah.
If they are harmful to other individuals.
If you put folks in a tub to give them yellow showers, jail.
I'm not with it.
Actually, you know what?
But I won't judge you.
I'm not judging you, but
It's not for me.
There's cannibalism is
for
a
me.
kink that I just can't get behind.
That's a kink, or is that just like a mental disorder?
People are sucking on each other's scabs and blood and fingernails. And
I'm gonna keep it.
anyway, we're going on a
You must
whole
learn
nother
that in New York.
tangent.
That
Let's get back
sounds
into
very
Quintin.
Yakubian.
Yeah.
Let's
Hello.
get back into the
Hi,
Quintins
back to me.
in the room.
What's
He
up,
said,
guys?
back to me.
What's up?
No,
No, you know how I
circle
feel?
back.
Look at your man. Now look at me. Now look back at him. I'm on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
Cause what?
So, I was, we were doing our research like the journalists that we are, and we heard that you had a major part in Versus Atl, Versus Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about that and how you got started in the streetwear industry in Atlanta.
All right. So, how do I start this?
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
a-
making it sound like it's just the longest
Quintin
fucking
said, "Where does
story."
one begin?"
Not because it's just like there's like it's very leveled out. So like, I used to thrift, but before that, like I've always kind of been into clothes and sneakers.
No, we
specifically sneakers.
definitely snooped you.
Well,
Yeah, so we
For
know
sure.
that you used to have a Instagram called Thrift
Yeah,
Tigre.
Thrifty Gray.
Yeah, that is no longer Thrift Tigre, and now it's like Quintin Lee. But it's,
Okay.
yes, but yeah. So like, I used to thrift super heavy, and then I went to Alabama for college, came back to Atlanta for college,
Where'd you graduate from?
graduate.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
we were saying,
But-
yes, yeah. You said graduate. Graduate.
I graduated from the streets. I graduated from the hood. Shout out to Conyers.
I too
But no,
graduated.
so I used to thrift a lot, and ended up coming to Georgia State after I was at the ski. Ran into Leo at probably like a sneaker. Oh, I remember. Okay, so I was part of this group on campus that was just a bunch of sneakerheads. So it was like a club.
Wait, what was the name of it?
Ooh,
Oh, wait, you
Just
okay?
say
it's corny. It's corny.
Just
No,
say
please.
it.
Sneaker
It's okay.
teachers. Sneaker teachers. y'all.
Sneaker teachers?
Yes. Yes. Shout out to the squad, because y'all niggas is still around. Yes. So I was part of that. We was helping people with like sneaker shows like SneakerCon and Sneaker Exit and all that shit. And I think that's how I met Leo, who was Vintage Solutions at the time. Started buying stuff, and then actually at the same time, I was selling stuff out of my dorm and out of my trunk of my car. Because I had an internship at a music studio, and we'd have like tons of rappers come by and shit, and I'd just be like, hey, I sell clothes, buy some drip. And
Real shit.
yeah, and so eventually in talking with Leo, I started helping him with his shit. Met John through him, and then met Danny at a sneaker show as well. And then eventually the time came when we were kind of just like, yo, let's just go together and make a store. So Versus Atl was born, and that's the abridged version. I'm sure they have longer, more intricate versions, but yeah, that's how I got to Versus. And I kind of like managed the store, did a lot of marketing, did a lot of buying, just like, a little bit of everything over there for like a while. And then I left. But I'm still around here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to them. They just had technically, they just had their 6-year anniversary
Yeah,
last
I saw
weekend.
that.
Yeah.
But the celebration's going to be on Saturday. So
Okay,
y'all got to pull up.
Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely come through.
Yes.
I can guarantee that I will be very drunk.
Okay.
Listen,
I will
can
be
get
violently
on-
drunk.
My thing is this:
agree.
if you can get any more amazing under the influence, then wow. Because sober him. Listen, you and Ashley hanging out with y'all is truly a delight for me. I don't know why.
Speaking of Ashley, I know that Ashley thrifts as well. So
Yes.
is that something that you guys, if you guys don't know, Ashley is Quintin's fiance.
Yes, they're engaged.
We'll put some claps in there.
Yes.
But she also thrifts. Is that something that you guys have like bonded over time, and like is that what connects you guys?
Yo, I feel like I'm a blush. But like that was like one of the
Oh,
first
God.
things that like we kind of bonded on. And I was like, damn, You like old people use clothes and shit too, bro. Like, this is cool. Like, this
Bro,
is
why is love so cute?
It's amazing.
It's because, like, you know what it is? It's that we both found a lot of things that we were, like, really nerdy about. And, like, we really just genuinely enjoyed. So it just worked out really well. Like, we had so much in common. And I never would have thought so. But, you know, here we are, years later, about to get married and shit.
Yo, marriage is... That's amazing. Like, literally, that's so dope.
Yo.
Y'all have such a genuine and, like, just a beautifully organic, like, love to me that that's why, I think that might be why, like, I like you guys so much. I just like you individually as a person so much, and then, like, meeting Ashley, man, that cemented me just enjoying the fuck out of the both of you guys so much, because everything that you guys emit, like, just energy wise, it's just so nice to be around you guys, because you guys just seem like you're genuinely enjoying yourselves, and then when you guys got together, it's like, wow, I'm already enjoying me, but this is even better to do it with somebody else.
She's like 2 times more awesome than me, so it's like by the time people meet her, they're like, oh damn, she's even cooler. Like, I have friends that have known me and then met her and been closer friends with her than me. Because she's that cool.
No, y'all are the equivalent of a very nice dip. Like a... I would say a 7-layer dip, but there's 2 of you guys, so it's like a 5-layer dip, maybe.
I feel like, yeah, it's either like a dip or maybe like a sauce.
No, like y'all are a good-ass pie.
We're like a Cajun ranch.
Yeah. Ooh.
Right? Like how it works perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
But they work individually
as
well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you the base, but you put Cajun on anything, boy. Ooh, Lord.
You feel me?
I'm sorry, I ain't eat today. I want some juicy crab.
So you and your fiance, y'all live here in Atlanta.
Yes.
And y'all have been here for a while. We did a lot of lurking. We've done so much lurking. It's really sick how much
Where did you guys
we know.
like?
That's cool. I'm with it.
So you guys have lived in Atlanta for a while. So what are some of your favorite things that you enjoy about Atlanta? Like, what draws you to, like, this city specifically?
Yeah, what do you love?
Ooh, okay. Boom. So look. I love that people that are not from here don't like it because they need to stay where they are. That's one of my first things.
Clap, clap.
Second of all, I love the food here. People hate on the food because they ain't never had no soul food in their life before.
Facts.
Soul food up north is ass.
It's
soul
so bad.
food in the West Coast is ass.
So bad.
Soul food here, it will kill you, but it's amazing. It is amazing.
But why are niggas by the beach making soul food anyway? Like,
why are niggas by the beach making soul food?
Make some seafood.
Make some fish,
right?
baby.
Right, make some seafood, make some fish. What else do I love here? I love you, babe. The strip clubs here are awesome.
Okay.
What else is cool? No, it's cool. No, it's cool. No, because I've been to other places and they're all terrible. Like, it's terrible.
I can agree with that. I've been to strip clubs in other cities and it's just like not the same vibe as Atlanta.
You know, it's just
I haven't ever been to Houston, so please don't come at me in the comments talking about y'all ain't never been to Houston and Dallas.
But it's still the
I
South,
haven't. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But yeah, strip clubs in Atlanta are better. Do I like, strip clubs are cool. I think the food is really good. It's not like
my strip club days are over.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like my favorite pastime, but I will say that in my experience, I've
only been to one strip club and I did not enjoy myself that well.
Which one did you go to?
I went to Magic City.
Magic City is it's like the hype one, but it's not the best one.
Wait, let me finish. Let me tell you why I did not enjoy myself. Because ass and wings is a delight, like, I guess on a regular basis. But it's just the whole premise of why do I have to throw money at people?
I feel that.
And then when I went to Magic City, this is, swear to God, true story. I had taken money out the ATM, dropped $200 on the floor. The security guard Security guard looked me in the eyes. He said, "Baby girl, don't you pick that shit up." I said, "Sir, this is my monies." He said, "Baby girl, don't
you have
pick
thrown
up."
me out.
Yeah, he said, "Don't." I dropped $200.
Next time I'm coming in with glue under my shoe.
And he wouldn't let you pick it up.
He did not let me pick that shit up.
Damn, that's their money now.
Literally, he did not let me pick that shit up.
Wow.
It's just
nigga don't even know if I needed that for Rello or nothing. Man.
Right. I don't know. It's some of the. I don't like being in places where, like, if I don't have a section, I'm not comfortable. I have to kind of like move around like this. You know,
that's
and
us
then
as fuck.
You know, it's just, and I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, I think there's like a lot of things. The Flame is cool.
I don't want to go to a strip club. We should go this weekend.
I miss Follies. Follies was the best strip club.
Let me tell you why I didn't like Follies.
Ooh.
It was dirty.
It was dirty.
I literally watched a woman do. I don't want to. They're done now. Yeah. So I can say this out loud without getting anyone in trouble. I watched someone do coke off the stage. I have seen all types of wild things and follies to where I'm like, this is a dirty location and I don't want to be here. I'm so sorry. I really prefer a little bit of class with my ass.
I feel that. I feel like Follies was like
coke off the stage.
I've seen,
like the stage is so dirty. You know,
every strip club I've gone into, I've
how
seen
many people's pleasers have been on this floor today.
Cocaine off the stage.
Pleasers and ass, and you just snorting it up.
Honestly, I don't even like to eat in strip clubs because there's no way I'm gonna eat food that close to booty flakes. And that's me. Bye.
Yeah, I don't eat. Honestly, I'm so sorry.
You catch a waff.
I ain't eating no ass.
When I go to the strip club, I'm such a nerd. I will go early when no one is there yet, so that I can just sit at the bar or like at a little table and eat the food, and then I will leave.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh,
I've gone before to just watch a game.
Yeah, you know? like I'm treating it like a sports bar. Like,
ain't no way you go into the strip club when it's the shift for the moms. So you go into the mom shift at the strip club.
I support the moms, and I'm gonna hand them their money. I'm not throwing it at them.
I don't like throwing. Why am I throwing money at you? You're already shaking ass for me, lady. Like I'm gonna hand you this dollar. Like
here you go.
I literally told this lady, I was like, here you go, have a blessed night. She was like, thanks. I was like, I'm not throwing money.
I'm not the bitch you want to go to the strip club with because I'm literally so pleasant. Like I just I don't know. I've been to the strip club with like guys, like a group of guys before, and like a couple of my girlfriends will go, and like some of my girlfriends, they're throwing money, they're like slapping ass, they're going crazy, and I'm literally like, here you go, ma'am, here you go. How are you today? You feeling good? Are you okay? Let me know if you need anything.
So that's my like one weird thing that I do in a strip club. Like I'll talk to people. Like I'm like.
It's still a nice place to socialize.
You're a person. Like, I can't treat you like you're just a transaction, bro. That's weird.
Yes,
it's so weird to me.
I can't treat anyone like that.
It's so weird.
And I don't think the strippers even want to be treated like transaction. I think sometimes I think the strippers appreciate being spoken to like a human because, like, even though they're offering you a service, it's like that doesn't mean that they're, this is their job.
Yeah.
And anyone at any job wants to be treated like a regular I
got to know
person.
some really nice ladies at Magic City. I was just talking to them. I was like, hey, okay, how's your night going? I'm like, my thing is this. You already got ass and breasts out. Why would I disrespect you? You catching all the whiffs of air in here. Niggas probably dropping bones. You probably slipped your pleaser on a bone in there, bro. A little celery stick. Like, I'm not about to disrespect you in there. I don't know why. Niggas be in there like, yeah, take your titties out, ass.
Not this voice.
I don't know how.
If I ever see a nigga acting like that in
if I ever hear a nigga like that.
Niggas be like, raga, ooga, booga, titties. Let me see it.
Niggas be talking like schnitzel.
Put some ranch on my titties. Like, I don't know. Rada. That's what I imagine how men talk to each other in the strip club. Niggas like raga, ooga booga booga, and then girls be like, yeah, you got change for 20, nigga. Like I don't want to be in there no more. Like, so quick question for you.
Yes.
So you were talking about the Bay and New York. So where are you originally from?
I was born in Oakland, California. I lived there for 6 years, and then I moved out here.
Oh, okay, so you definitely from...
I'm from Georgia.
He's definitely an 18. I'm the same way, because
But I'm not from Atlanta. Like, I'm from Conyers. I want to specify. Because niggas would be like, Conyers ain't Atlanta. But
you
know.
You know niggas love the gatekeep
Trust
zones.
me,
I love gatekeeping zones.
That's cool.
Hey, bro, he ain't even from zone 4, bro. I ain't even seen my nigga at Rock.
That's cool.
Like, bro.
Look, I live in Kirkwood. You want to talk about that? We can talk about that.
Period. Right.
But I'm from Conyers, bro. Like, far east. Like,
no, I know.
That's okay. Stonecrest is kind of close to that, and I feel like that's an Atlanta ass state.
No, niggas will consider that to be Lithonia.
Yeah, but I feel like I associate Stonecrest so heavily with Atlanta that like when people tell me they're from Conyers or Lithonia or Stone Mountain, I'm like, well, you still count.
What's the first thing you think of when you think of Stone Mountain?
When I think of Stonecrest, I think of me going to see You Got Served. The first time it came out, I was probably like 13 or 14 years old, and I could not get in because it was so fucking packed. And then I also think about fights.
You know what the first thing I think of is?
What?
Black Bob.
Black
all them
Mob?
niggas. All them gang niggas that used to be from
Oh my
the
God.
SCONE,
Is that drag
Yes.
in a party? Who the mix
BLACK, it's a mob, it's
Oh
a
my
mob.
God.
I think of
I
all of
used to
that.
live in Stone Mountain,
Oh
Lithonia.
my
Like,
God.
that's where I spent
Look,
majority of my childhood.
These
Yeah,
people,
I grew up on River Road.
So
these people
wow,
used to
you're
terrorize.
taking me back.
These people used to terrorize. For those that don't know, these people used to terrorize Stonecrest Mall, y'all.
Bruh.
They are the
Crime
reason why we had
mob.
a.
These are
Yo,
such dark
you
days.
think Lennox is bad? Look,
They had to.
They had a-
Do you guys remember when they made the
curfews.
curfew? Yeah, you had to be like 16 or
No,
something.
no.
You couldn't be.
Do y'all remember
You
when
have
they-
to have a parent.
Yeah,
if you-
a guardian,
period,
like
if
a
you are
guardian.
under the age of 18.
Do y'all remember when they drove a car through the foot action?
I remember that. I was not present though.
Look.
I think I had literally just moved.
These are like dead ass throwbacks.
Between that, I think of like, because that's the thing. Like being in Conyers, like the closest thing to you is all that stuff on the east side.
Right.
So you go to everything. So like, I'm at Battle of the Bands. I'm at all the.
Ooh, Battle of the Bands,
you feel me?
Stevenson High
Like,
School.
I'm-
Don't
versus
Stevenson
exactly.
McCready.
Right. Like I'm hanging with
Because I
homies
used
with
to go to
MLK.
MLK, bro.
I'm hanging with the MLK.
Okay,
homies.
For
cool.
those
So-
of you who don't
Right.
know, Atlanta is like well known for like their high school bands. Like
Yeah,
our
our
high
bands and
school
football teams.
bands are
Yes.
playing at like a HBCU
Bruh,
They play about
college level.
They
They're
play
doing
here in
Battle of
Atlanta.
the
I used-
Bands in
bruh.
Atlanta at the
At Honda.
Georgia
At the-
Dome.
at
When I
the
used to
Dome.
live in like
Yes.
which
River,
does not exist
Yes.
anymore, guys. It is now the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
when I used to
Yes,
live
it's
on
Kanye's
River,
house.
like
Yes.
on River Road.
Kanye's
When I used to live on
house.
River Road, I used to go to MLK High School. Like, bruh, I used to hear them practicing
Yeah.
from my house. Like,
Yeah.
that's real. People.
Sun up, sun down.
I think that's
Yeah.
the thing, though. Like, to me, I consider Stonecrest, Lithonia, all of that. I consider that to be the east side of Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not East Atlanta. I think people get so caught up in that distinction.
Yeah.
To me, that's historic East Side Atlanta.
Yes.
Because if you were staying at Conyers, going to Stonecrest on a regular, like going to MLK, Stevenson, all of that shit, you weren't from the city either.
Right.
But we used to come
Right.
out here, and niggas used to get
There
on
was
the
a
train
whole
Yeah.
ass culture.
and go to Lennox to take pictures
the
and
culture
have
that actually carries Atlanta through different
It's not
cities
from the
now
city.
is not actually the city. It
Yeah.
is the
The
east side of
outskirts, yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Crime Mob, Nuck If You Buck, those songs that y'all love, Little John and the East Side Boys
Yo.
from the window to the wall. Those people are like East Atlanta.
And you just
folks.
said the distinction,
wanna know
Little
some
Little
wild
John
shit?
and the
And
East Side Boys.
wanna know
Those
some
are
wild
those
shit?
are the people that
Yeah.
are carrying Atlanta
Literally.
culture.
Lil
So
Scrappy
put some
used to live
respect
down the
on their
street from
name.
us.
Lil Scrappy was such an icon
Scrappy
when
used
I
to live
was
down the street
younger.
from
That's why I can't disrespect my man.
Like-
I know he be on
He
Love
put
and
the
Hip
paws
Hop.
on
He be
niggas.
acting a fool, doing too much. But when he was younger, he was running
That
Atlanta.
nigga was iconic.
And I really feel like, you know, I don't really know what actually happened, and I think that he's still doing pretty good for, you know, he's still
hope
an
he
Atlanta
is.
legend.
Yeah.
Like, he's still on Love and Hip Hop. He's
Yeah.
still an Atlanta, you know, staple, whatever. He's done so much for the culture. But, like, I just really do feel like he should have been given his flowers in a different
Scrappy
way.
needs a
I
moment.
think that
he needs a
is-
moment.
I think
Yeah.
he's
He
different
should be
out here.
honored at like the BET Hip Hop Awards.
But it's-
I
it's
don't
so-
fucking know what we
Atlanta
can do for
culture-
him, but
Yeah.
some
A Versus.
verses would be really awesome.
Atlanta
Yeah.
culture is so weird like that because we really do not give people flowers like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Like, we do and we don't in some instances. But I feel like when it comes to, like, I feel like we probably start doing it. We started doing it recently. But when it comes to OG hip-hop coming out of Atlanta, if it's not, like, the Dungeon Family, Outkast, people, you know, Outkast or anything, like, affiliated with that type of, like, counterculture music, people really don't acknowledge, like, what people have done. Because I personally
really feel
like
like in general it still
Yeah.
happens. Like
Well,
even
yeah.
with like our new age artists, I feel like they don't get enough credit
'Cause the way people disrespect Thug and
for the
Future.
way that the culture, the way that they have shifted culture internationally.
bruh.
Think
Yeah.
about Future was actually a part of the Dungeon family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of people don't know that he was a part of the Dungeon family, and people, I don't know, he's just been in the game.
Niggas
for so
only
long. He didn't
know
just
Pluto
pop up
Future.
out of
Man,
nowhere.
Meathead.
Yeah.
Like this man,
Yeah.
this man has been on his.
He
grind.
has, yeah.
I think-
He's got skin in the game.
I think a big part of it though is that like Atlanta does have this idea of like, I mean, because people talk about it all the time of like everybody's a celebrity here. When the reality of it is, you're not. You just don't care about these people and want to give them the credit for these things because it's almost, and this might be the therapist in me talking, the idea of like, well, I could have did that.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like we have a lot of that in
That's
the
not
city.
even Atlanta, baby. That's black people.
Well, right.
Like, that's
that
how we
too.
are culturally.
But I think specifically regionally here,
It's bad.
we kind of deal with that a lot because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, my little cousin rap too. Like,
Literally, yeah, it's so bad
XYZ
here.
does this, why. Like, oh, I got a clothing brand too. Like,
I think there's a way. I think there's a way in Atlanta where people don't want to come off as if they're like riding dick.
Right.
But they don't have to. You don't have to ride dick to acknowledge someone. Like, you can literally walk. Like, if you see Little Scrappy and you feel like he's great, you can walk up to him and be like, "Hey, man,
but I think
I really love the way that you shifted the culture.
Like, thank
when
you
I
for
was
what
a young
you've done
kid.
or something
Thank
like
you."
that. Yeah.
And then just walk away. You don't have to take
Yo.
a picture with him, post up on the gram, do all the dramatic shit, which is fine as well. Like, I don't see anything wrong with doing those things as well. But I'm just saying, like, niggas do need to start showing a little love and appreciation. That's why people want to leave here a lot of times.
Honestly, that's
because
what I hear.
they
Anytime
feel
people
like
leave,
it's like,
they're
damn,
not appreciated.
I'm not
They're not
getting what
considered
I need.
like
I
nothing.
can't book any shows. Everybody's
Everybody's too
hating
cool
on me.
here.
They're trying to push me down.
I ended up running into. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I ran into Ali from Travis Porter like a couple years ago.
Every time I see them, I go crazy.
Bruh, right. But for real. But like, I told him straight up when I saw him. I was like, bro, thank you. Like, you are the bro. I probably caught my first piece of twerk to a Travis Porter song.
No, you definitely did. Or
like,
Rich Kids.
You feel me? But like, no, but
just
like,
a piece.
yes, just a piece, just a smidge,
ass.
a teaspoon. But like, it's necessary. Like, these are the people that kind of paved the way. Like, you look at like a Schoolie, you look at like all the rich kids, honestly, right? Yeah. You look at any of them from the futuristic era, even before then, and like up to now. Like, these people paved the way for all these artists to be out now.
And I don't think people understand
all
that.
These weird ass niggas.
And that's weird to me because people will acknowledge artists like that, but when it comes to the South, like just like how Andre 3000 said, like years ago, like the South does have something to say. Yeah. But when it comes to acknowledging that type of people or that type of like uniqueness or counterculture, it's really only acknowledged like up north, because I think maybe up north and like out west, because that level of artistry is appreciated in those places because they elevate their artists and their creatives. Like in the South, I feel like
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've noticed that too, and I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I feel like in the South it's just way different. Like when we look at a nigga that's different, I think maybe it's different because culturally you have to go back to just the culture of the South. And I feel like a lot of times we're so used to beating certain things out of each other down here, just because that's just how it is. Because I think that might be because of slavery or something like that. Has to go back from just how we just socialize with each other culturally, and just how we socialize with each other when it comes to like blackness. So I feel like you go to New York, you can take a nigga like Pharrell, go to Virginia, go to New York. That person will excel in a place like that
because he's special. I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you also gotta remember that like Pharrell didn't necessarily get that much. Not saying that he didn't. I do not want to say that he didn't, because I know people will say that he did.
Yeah, they're gonna argue that.
But Pharrell could have gotten more of that praise in another place other than Virginia.
No, he could have.
Now, granted, Virginia Beach creates legends.
Literally.
Missy.
Right?
Isn't Missy from Virginia Beach?
Well, they were recording out there. Like
Virginia.
You got to think Virginia is like the home of Timbaland.
Yeah.
You know, Teddy Riley.
Can you say Timbaland again?
Timbaland. Timbaland.
3 times in the mirror.
Yes. That is not one that I want to pop up. He gonna be like,
oh, Timbaland is just fucking pop up.
Yo, imagine you say Timbaland 3 times. You start making beats. But no, it'd be like some weird shit, because like Timbaland would make a beat out of like a burp. You know,
yeah,
like he just like sampled like some weird ass. Yeah, but like you gotta think like, I think ultimately what it is that like there's these archetypes of what you should be coming out of certain places,
especially as a black person.
You know, when you think of New York rapper, there's a look, right? When you think of California rapper, the look changes here and there, but ultimately there's a look. And in the South, it used to be a look, but that look is outdated.
The only niggas that have a look are Florida niggas. Let me tell you, they look crazy as
Miami niggas. Dade County niggas.
They look like something.
Right?
If you got tree trunk dreads,
I will say Atlanta people are so interested in being like different and like setting a tone and being trendsetters that I do feel like there isn't like a specific look or sound.
There's not a specific identity necessarily in present day, because I'll see so many like niggas who are spawns of like Little Goddets and Young Thugs and stuff like that. But I do feel like I'll probably say maybe like 2013 is when we had a genuine emergence. Probably 2012. Yeah. But when we had a genuine emergence of trap niggas who were literally all different. Niggas was like, I sell drugs on the south side. Well, I sell drugs on the east side, and I like to dance.
I sell crack.
Literally. There we had McConan's, we had Awful Records, we had all of that stuff coming. So that's when I feel like Atlanta, niggas don't even know that Playboi Carti was with Awful Records.
And 21 Savage knew those niggas too. And
it was a lot of niggas.
All them
That's
niggas
what I'm
was
saying.
recording in the same apartments, off of the same machines.
Literally.
I would like to take this moment to give a huge shout out to Key for changing rap in Atlanta specifically. Key has touched so much of this shit that it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'll say that he's done some things.
I feel that. I think that there's like
he's
I don't know.
He's really cool, and I do really feel like he changed the sound of Atlanta rap, and then I feel like that just elevated the sound of rap in general, like internationally.
Like that 2-9 shit kind of like paved the way for like that internet rap, at least in Atlanta.
No, it
definitely.
You know?
No, just like in general. I think.
Well, in general too. Yeah,
I feel like Soulja Boy and Lil B did that. But
don't get me started. Let me talk about Lil B.
Let me just say that Soulja Boy and Lil B, I feel like they came. I'm not trying to say they came before 2-9, but they had. Already, I felt like they had already popped.
They did.
I feel
You gotta
they
think
had already popped and happened in like 2007, 2006, 2007, 2008. That was Soulja Boy, Lil B, all those guys. And then when it hit the 2010s, it hit the 2010, 2009, 2010,
that's
2011.
That's when shit changed.
That's when we
blog
got
era
the
was
2
different.
9s. That's when
I remember my brother going on MySpace to log on to Kanye West's like MySpace and blog to literally like look at all of that shit to keep up with it.
.com.
Literally, my brother would be on that shit 3 hours a day, like.
Yes.
And then asking my mom to get him whatever shoe was hot right then. So I'm like, that shit is so crazy how the blog era has shaped so much of hip hop, like present day.
What's our blog era right now?
Damn, you know who I just thought about with that? I feel like we, at one point in time, I don't know if you guys were on Twitter long enough to remember Nicole Bitchie.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to her or whatever. But I feel like that was like kind of like peak. Like coming back into like pop culture blog era, but present day I'm trying to think who is honestly we don't.
Because I feel like blogging has shifted to just like Twitter.
We don't have
like
genuine
Twitter.
reporting anymore. We only have like the shade room and all that dookie.
And then people give so much of their own thoughts and discourse via Twitter that I feel like Twitter's the timeline, if you follow the right people, has become like blogs.
No, you'll be up to
you have to curate your shit. Yeah, definitely. I think that like I personally am a believer that like the second golden age of rap was like 2011. Is like it's on some weird shit, but like if you look at all the albums and mixtape that came out that year.
What was your favorite album from that era?
Watch the Throne.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like but it's like
boss so hard, motherfuckers gotta find.
But it's just like I think that there's like if you look now, you can follow these pages, but it's all has to be curated. Whereas like back then,
you won't be able to find it unless it's curated. There's so much information nowadays.
Right, it's too much information. So I think that like for me, it was BBC Ice Cream's blog, right? So that's how I found out about like all this shit, like literally everything that I'm into for the most part. I kind of got from that blog, but it was curated by Pharrell's people who have taste.
This is why I have such a deep appreciation for people like you, because you guys actually like did the work to become those fashion people that you are. No, I'm saying like you did up, but this not even. I wouldn't even call it you being a nerd or a dork or any of that shit. Like just having a genuine appreciation for the things that you're interested in says so much about like just you as a person, because so many people pick up things and they don't stick to it, but people be like, okay, cool, those jeans are cool and that, you know, whatever the fuck, but being able to actually be like, yo, like this is the source that inspired me to be the person who I am, and this is why I appreciate this culture, this is why, you know, I fight so hard to have this representation here and stuff like that. Like that matters a lot.
Gatekeep.
Gatekeep, girl boss, gaslight.
Gatekeep, girl boss, gaslight.
Yo,
literally.
No, I was literally just talking with one of my coworkers the other day, and I was like, yo, like, because he was saying that like people just don't be them, and I think that like it's a tragedy that people don't find the time to like
figure out who they are,
just nerd out about some shit.
No, this is
like,
facts.
I love that there's somewhere on the internet, there's a group of people who like fan out about microphones.
No,
like,
literally.
Yo, this is the new
all they do is make
XYZ.
Reviews, they buy them, they sell them.
Like, they will talk about this shit for an hour to you if you ask them. We do not have enough people like that in the world, especially like within our circles. We just have a lot of people that are like into whatever everybody else is
That's
into.
exactly,
because it's a conversation.
Such a pop culture vibe with it. The internet has created such a
it's the microwave
obsession
generation
in pop culture, and I feel like even the way down to the way that people dress, everything is the same. Trends always existed. Do not get me wrong. I'm not about to sit here and say that like everyone wasn't doing something.
The internet has made a super surge.
The internet has made trends like disgustingly quick.
it's so oversaturated. Some things get oversaturated within days. I feel like the weird part about like this whole internet thing is like, it just reminds me of that Kawhi album. Like, I forgot who was speaking on this Childish Gambino album, but there was like one tangent he was just going off, and he was like, "Do you like that shit,
or do you like the way it was packaged?"
Period. This is why I love this man. Look, he's just too much of a real nigga, real T-grade nigga.
No, but like that's really
though. Like,
and
I have been thinking about that since 2015. That shit dropped like 2015, 2016. I wake up every day and I'm like, you know, how much of my thoughts are actually my thoughts? Is it really
your thought, or did somebody plant that thought for you? Or
are these intrusive things that came onto me because I have not set a foundation for myself and my character? Like, who am I outside of the things that, who am I outside of these impressionable things? Like, who am I outside of all of this? And people don't know who they are at the end of the day when they take a shower.
Think about it. People are getting on the internet so much earlier now. Like, my cousin is on the internet and she's like 14 years old, 15 years old, however old she is. When I was 14 and 15 years old, I was on the internet, but it wasn't like something that I was on MySpace
2 hours a day and outside most of the rest of the day.
Outside most of the time. Now it's like everything that she's learning, most of the things that she's learning and picking up on, she's so impressionable, and they're all happening on the internet. They're things that she saw other people do, so she
from
doesn't
the makeup
even
to
know
everything, like
if she actually likes them
like
or not.
Girls know how to do that. Little girls know how to do so much different things nowadays, and I'm thinking about all of the stages that helped us become the people that we are
like
presently.
You gotta have an ugly face,
and I didn't. And I'm like, I'm saying, like, I know it's different because there's different resources for these kids nowadays. But when I sit and think about what made me Nicolay, like what made me Nick, like present day, was so much of being that outcast, not knowing, certain stuff. Like, I used to go collect rocks and read the dictionary for fun. But I used to do that by myself, and niggas would make fun of me. But I was like, yo, this shit is cool to me. But it's like kids nowadays, it's like me being bullied. I can go be at school for 8 hours, and a nigga would bully me 2 hours of the day. I go home. Me and that nigga won't talk for 11 hours. You get bullied nowadays. A nigga is on Twitter.
Go home.
That nigga is on Facebook. He is on Instagram. He is on TikTok cooking your ass. Like, it's so much pressure to just be yourself nowadays. So it's like, I really feel for these kids because we had full reign to just be ourselves.
But I also
think it's so hard for them nowadays.
I also think that you had the ability to, like, you had to look for the things that you like.
And you had to look for what made you who you are.
Right. So, like, I think now, like, everybody who has a phone at this point can know about Rick Owens.
Yeah.
Right?
Whereas, basically.
Back in the day, you had to kind of stumble over.
Right.
No,
like,
literally,
I mean, even when I think about it, like, the first time I saw Rick Owens was, like, probably 2010, right? And it was probably on a rapper. Like, it wasn't something that everybody was talking about, so I had to literally look at it, do the work, do the research, and like look it up.
Exactly.
But I think now, like, everything's so much thrown into your face about everything that, like, for you to find something that everybody doesn't already like, or everybody's not always already talking about, it's kind of hard because you literally have to search for it.
No, exactly. And that's what I feel like, that's the part to me where I get a little frustrated sometimes because I'm just like, damn. And it's like, you'll say you don't like something, or you say, hey, I'm not really vibing with this or something like that, and people will automatically assume that it's hate because of how oversaturated things are nowadays, and how impressionable people don't even realize they are, even at their 30s and their 40s and stuff like that. People don't even realize, like, yo, maybe you should take some time to really find out what you identify with. What do you genuinely like outside of Twitter all day? Right. That's why I try to tell people, like, what do you really like? Because you don't even...
social media break is super important, and we actually, we talk about it on our last episode. So just... I do want people to, like, consider, like, getting to know yourself, taking some time to just, like, have some off-screen time with yourself, whether it be reading a book, literally just sitting in the grass staring at the sky, like, whatever it is that you don't even know that you like to do, just
walk in the
try
grass.
new
Go
things.
touch some grass.
Go touch some grass.
Pick up some colored pencils and draw on a piece of paper, but definitely touch some grass.
When I was a kid, I used to go outside and yell, and my mom would be like, there go Nikki again,
you
yelling.
know what? That makes sense.
And my... crying.
I'm crying. I mean that in like the coolest way, because that just sounds like some cool shit, bro. Like, just
Mama be like, you so damn mad, go outside. And I'd be like, nah. And she'd be like, there we go.
But that also is like, but that's also like a really good way to be able to, like, express yourself.
Management. Yeah, like, that's why we were
it could have been a lot
like,
of other worse things that you could have done with that.
So, I was telling Tay about this. Like, when it comes to me and, like, managing my emotions and my anger and shit, I really don't be getting mad. I don't be getting mad like that.
You probably have a lot of outlets that you don't even realize, like, lead you to, like, an actual, like, having an actual thought instead of just having like an angry reaction.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't have enough outlet. They're literally just distracting themselves, like we said, with the internet. So y'all, if you're listening to this episode right now, make sure that you put the phone down, turn the TV off,
I can make put down, your phone
close that laptop, and just go on ahead and touch some grass.
After you listen to this.
After you listen to this,
put your phone down afterwards.
Touch some grass while you listen to this podcast.
That's true.
If you want to.
I feel that.
And then I think my last note for today, as far as that goes, please realize this: if you are miserable and upset with yourself, and you log on Twitter or Instagram, there are 10 million other people who are just as upset as you.
And you're just gonna get even more
do not
mad.
let people enable those bad parts of yourself that you don't want to acknowledge and do the deep diving on. Please take time for yourself and realize that your thoughts, your opinions, your emotions, they are valid. But they do not have to be your forever.
All
so work
people
through your
need
shit.
therapy, and
these
it's
niggas
okay.
be broke and sad.
Oh, sad ass, broke ass niggas.
Period.
Yes.
Looking ass niggas. Even
These
though
niggas be
Nicki
very broke
Minaj
inside.
looking ass nigga now.
Joke looking boy.
We're not gonna talk about Nicki.
I remember you from school. Hell no, you get no love looking boy.
Okay. This is it.
Will you marry me?
Thank you so much. Will you marry me? Yo, we getting engaged, y'all.
Oh.
I'm crying.
Thank you so much for being on the show today, Quintin. That is the end of the episode. But we can hang out. We can hang out.
I gotta come back.
We should get together.
I have to do another one of these.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Please.
Absolutely.
Please.
Where are they now?
Yes, where are they now? Hers and hers.
3 weeks later.
3 weeks later. Yeah, so it didn't work out. This nigga on the streets now. He now is one of these broke sad
He's
niggas.
actually wearing the same thing we interviewed.
Hasn't bathed since that time we saw him.
Ooh, we can smell from here, guys.
Y'all. This is Hers and Hers podcast. I'm Tay.
I am Nik Space, aka Nik.
And we are signing off. Peace.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Light skin face.
That was good.
Thank you guys.
And we sound so good.